day of A Stitcher's 12 Days of Christmas. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this series so far. I know that our audience retention's a bit difficult in December, you know, things get more busy for us as time goes on. And I really appreciate, you know, anyone who's hanging in right to the very end here. I'm really enjoying this journey with you guys and just sharing little snippets of, you know, what I've been stitching over the last couple days, as well as, you know, hoping to generate some festive spirit. So I hope you're feeling a bit festive, you know, ready for Christmas or whichever you choose to celebrate for the holidays. I guess I'll give myself a plug. That, you know, if you're new here, there's a playlist. Go back and watch day one. You want to grab this free pattern, A Christmas Gathering. You know, it just makes my heart so happy when I look online right now and people are tagging me where they've actually completed this project. You know, they've changed some stuff. There's one stitcher who's put some specialty stitches. There's other ones that have chose different floss colors, multicolors, different fabric colors, and I think it's really, really cool to see it coming together and people's impression of it. A lot of people are really enjoying these snowflakes here and here. There's a lot of comments that they would like to actually stitch those as individual ornaments after. So I think that's a really fun thing to do. So if you don't have it, hop over to video day number 1. It's in the description box. Yeah, download it and, you know, stitch what you want out of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open day number 12. It is your last Advent. Okay, so it's a 2-part Advent. The first part here is a prompt for you. So it's time to gather your stitching and get a comfy chair next to your Christmas tree. Let's sit back and have some quiet, festive stitching today. The prompt today is to really be able to enjoy, you know, all the preparation you've put into the holidays. Take a quiet moment for yourself where you really can just clear your brain, sit down, and enjoy that environment you've created in your home. Enjoy the scents, enjoy, you know, the light of the Christmas tree next to you. Enjoy, you know, gas fireplace, a wood burning fire. Do whatever you like to kind of set up that sense of hygge, right? And, you know, festive hygge this time of year. So I think it'd be really nice for us to enjoy that. If you're able to do this, maybe take a picture of your stitching spot next to your tree just to show us, you know, how you've settled in. If you're doing that, make sure you use the hashtag A Stitcher's 12 Days of Christmas so we're able to see what your spot looks like. Okay, I'm going to be doing that for sure. Even though I have, you know, my family's, I'm filming a little bit earlier because people are still sleeping, which is good for me. It's getting a bit busy. We have my parents staying with us, and so it's nice to just sneak in a little snippet of time, you know, when the house is quiet, when people are sleeping, and you can really enjoy some quiet stitching time. So I hope everybody is able to do that for themselves over the next couple days. The last part of this here is a giveaway. I want to thank you guys so much for just being present with me in this series. And I have a little bit of I'm a little bit frustrated right now with shipping and fees and like cash on deliveries and all the extra charges and whatnot. So for my giveaway, I'm not sending something via mail, but rather I would like to gift somebody a $50 gift certificate to 123 Stitch, or, you know, a stitchy shop of their choice, whether that's Kitten Stitcher, Lindy Stitches. Perhaps you're in Canada, you would like to, you know, get something from Traditional Stitches, Embroidery Marketplace, Stitch It Central, whatever, you know, store of your choice. I have a hair like right in front of my eye. Sorry. So for the giveaway, if you stuck around, maybe let's use the word festive. And what I'll do is I'll draw for that giveaway on my next video. And I'm hoping to sneak a video in before New Year's Eve. That being said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, with my parents will be here the whole time too, and it's a bit of a production to do a full floss tube. So just make sure you like and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll see the next video, and we'll see who gets the $50 gift card. I thank you guys so very much for following this series. It's been a lot of fun. Shall we move on to the most entertaining part of the series, which of course is my commercial advent Reflets de Soie. This one here, I hope you guys are laughing along with this one because it's definitely been an experience. Definitely 2 thumbs down from me, unfortunately. You know, I was so excited about this box, right? I'm on this huge Reflets de Soie kick right now. I love their patterns, the detail in them, those really nice thick borders, all those colors. I see their posts on Instagram, they look amazing, and the box has just been very disappointing. Albeit it wasn't an expensive box, thank goodness, but I feel like the contents doesn't even reflect 50% of the cost of the box. And most of these, to be honest with you, are things that I will just never use. I think there's a pattern, 2 pieces of floss, a couple of needle minders, a tin. That's all I'm gonna use from this box. So, because this is my last day and the way I've been opening these things, I actually have 3 days to open. I've got December 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So we're gonna go ahead and open all of those. Here's the 22nd is, okay, more needles, which I'll use, of course, the number size 28, John James needles, and I will use them, but we already got this. I wonder if it was a different size needle. I have it here, I'm gonna have a quick peek, because I think it'd be weird to have 2 of the exact same things, but I have to say, this box would not surprise me if that was the case, the way this is going here. You know what? Oh, yeah, here they are. Oh, they're number 10. Okay, so they are slightly different, you know, a 28 and a 10, right? So, okay, sure, I'll use those. Now for December 23rd, it's a bit of a larger package. I think I know exactly what it is because I can feel it. And yes, it's a tin. This is the second tin. They're starting to give out doubles now. That is really disappointing. So nothing in it. These are just like cheap Amazon tins. You know, you buy them for like 60 cents. You throw a sticker on it. Sure. December 24th. This is, okay, I have to say, this is supposed to be the big one, right? Where there's a couple of viewers saying, oh, I'm holding out for the 24th. And I said, so am I. And do you know what it is? Do you know what we get? A bag of tea. Can you believe it? I cannot believe it. I mean, I guess you could be excited that it's tea from France. Let's say that. It's a fruit blend. It's not even a Christmas blend. So that's all that was in that box. So the jury, 100% out. You know, somebody had said, oh, you should reach out to them and let them know, just give them some feedback. And in the last few years of my life, I've really, anytime there's something negative in my life, I really now think about my energy that surrounds that negativity and whether or not that's something that is going to be beneficial for me in the end. And so, while it might feel really good to give them a call and just kind of stick it to them, I also think I would rather just move on from the box. I don't recommend it. And so at the end of the day, it's kind of that company's loss, right? I do have a couple things that I'll use from the box, which is good, and I've taken the experience. It was fun to open it. We had some good laughs over what was in there, especially, you know, it's a bit of a different personality too between being on camera and just being a bit professional versus, you know, my ladies group that comes over, right? We're able to have some really good laughs about the box and what's in there. So all in all, at the end of the day, it was an experience to have, and it leads me into wanting to make my own custom curated box. So, you know, that is something where at the end, something good might come of that. But I don't think I'm going to reach out to the company and give them any feedback. I don't think that that's really worth my time and energy at this point. What is worth my time and energy, though, is going to be opening my final 3 gifts from my custom curated advent. Now, I've really enjoyed this because, like I have said before, and like you've seen if you've been following along in this series, these are not just specific to only cross stitch. So because it's custom curated for me and I'm a multi-crafter, I have largely chosen stuff for cross stitch. However, there are some things that I personally will use that perhaps other stitchers will not. So, I mean, that's kind of the benefit of making your own custom curated box, right? You get what you want. So that being said, let's just dive right in. We'll give this one here a go. This is December 22nd. I can't even really remember what's in all of these. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, it's not a tea bag. It is some finishing velvet, and this is from Lady Dot Creates. I ordered this from Lindy Stitches, and I've been really wanting to use this with some of my Christmas ornaments, but I wrapped it up and was like, great, I haven't unwrapped it yet. So I haven't been able to use it. The red here is called Heirloom, and it's a little bit darker than what you're seeing here. There's a train going by, I hope it's not too loud. And then the other one here is called Yams, and it looks kind of, it's more of like a golden. It's more of a golden color. It's funny because I used to live in a community called Fort Langley, and they have tons of trains. And I lived there for, I don't even know, 17 years or something. And during that time, you got really used to just kind of pausing, let the train pass, and keep talking. So I'm sorry, I just kind of flow back into my old ways there. Hope that wasn't too loud for you guys. Yeah, so those are fun. I'll be excited to use them. You know, it's a really good quality too, the velveteen that she makes, and it's always nice to have that. So whether or not now most of my ornaments are done, I'll use those definitely next year or at some point throughout the year. So that was one day. Okay, let's go ahead and open the 23rd of December. Okay, this one's for the knitter in me. This is Knitting for Olive. This is really, really beautiful. So this is a silk mohair. And with this, I plan on stitching something called the Dahlia Bow Tie by My Knitted Closet. And that is like a little, I'll put a picture in here, but it's a little hair tie out of the silk mohair. The color of this one, if you're interested, is called Wheat. And it's like that's a pretty true color there. Kind of like a creamy brown, really light brown. It really isn't, I don't want to say there's yellow. There really isn't really yellow undertones in that in real life. It's pretty natural. So, okay, that's fun. And I will stitch with that over the break for sure. Here's my last one. This is December the 24th. My yarn was purchased by Valley Yarn, at Valley Yarn. In Surrey here. They're one of my favorite yarn shops. Okay, this is a treasure. This is a large piece of fabric. This is 40 count Duxbury by Fox and Rabbit. And this was purchased by myself with from the Kitten Stitcher. This one's definitely more modeled than the ones I've had in the past. Let's just take a little look here. I do love Duxbury. You can kind of see the modeling. There's definitely some areas that are more modeled than others. I really, really do love this fabric. I'm also trying to build up my fabric collection a little bit so that when I have a piece that I want to stitch, I can just not wait for fabric. I don't have an L&S, so it's nice to have just a few little treasures that I can pull from when I need to. So very, very happy with that piece. Okay, now what have I been stitching? I haven't really been stitching much. I have been finishing a lot. So the only one thing I've been stitching is one last ornament, and this is called the holiday version of the male lion by La Selva Design on Etsy. I still have a needle in there, and it's just a little lion, and he's gonna be wearing, I haven't finished his eyes. He's got 2 little white dots in his eyes, and I haven't decided if I'm gonna do beads there, and then I have a Santa hat on him, and I'm gonna use the whisper there as well as filling in the little spaces by his mouth, just so it has a little bit of a texture. And then I'm gonna finish this one in the Vanna Pfeiffer Snow Globe. So that one's coming along well. It's funny, sometimes we don't realize how many stitches we are stitching. I look at this and think, oh, this may be like 300 stitches. That's pretty small, but it's not. It's over 1,000 stitches, which is surprising. So sometimes I think we don't really realize, the amount of stitches we're putting into things. Okay, so I went ahead and finished Dino hoops. I did this using Vanna Pfeiffer's Snow Globe tutorial, and I will link it in the description down below. I highly recommend this. It was a lot of fun. It did take me a little bit longer than I would have hoped, but that's only because if you watch the last video, my dinosaurs were stitched too close together, so I had to kind of adjust things as I went along. So I'll show you the first one here. This is my raptor. In this, you're gonna have a glare. I'm sorry, I can't kind of get rid of that, but in the snow globe here. So you buy these plastic ornaments. Any craft store carries them, and you can actually even buy a half an ornament or a whole ornament that opens up. I bought a whole one that opens up, so I have 2 halves. And so what you end up doing is just making your card. I filmed a whole I filmed a whole video on me finishing this, but the lighting was pretty crappy, so I'm not going to attach it, which is unfortunate because I thought I could just, speed it up and you guys could watch it real quick, but I'm bothered by the lighting, so I'm sure you would be too. So you end up making a disc, like a finished round ornament, and then you end up just putting glue on the edge and you pop it into the back of the frame here. This is just some Christmas Fair, I think it was, by Kathy Holden, which I got from Chitter Chatter Fabrics in Abbotsford, and that was something I had bought last year. And then I just put a little bit of an embellishment on top with a 2024 charm there so that they can remember the year. And then the snow, it moves around in there, right? And if you end up making this, there's a little bit of static electricity in there, which settles, she said, in like about 24 hours. And it has settled a lot. Like when I first made it, a lot of this buffalo snow, which is like an iridescent snow I picked up at Michael's, it does stick to the inside here. So it's definitely settling. There's one. And then my T-Rex is right here as well. I think the kids will really like, having that snow in there and just being able to move it all around, right? Like, how fun is that? Kind of have to tap it to get all the snow to drop. But I'm sorry about the glare. It was a lot of fun to make those. It took longer than I thought, but I think it was only because I'm learning how to make them, right? So yeah, now I've got a piece stuck on, there we go, on one of my beads. So those are 2 fully finished ornaments ready to be wrapped to go to their home. My lion will be finished the same way. So hopefully I'll get that stitching done today. Now I want to throw in something that my daughter and I have been working on. These are like Scandinavian style felted ornaments. And so this one is mine. It's quite large. It is I say it's a reindeer, but it sure looks like a ram, doesn't it? It was a lot of fun. It's just a felted ornament. There is DMC as well as some sequins on there. Just a gold chain to hang it with, and it's just plain on the back, nothing crazy. I should put a 2024 on there. I did end up ordering the 2025 charms. I was quite happy with it. Now that one's mine, and then my daughter is making one too, and she's almost done. And I have a hanging thread, but I'm gonna show you guys anyways. So hers is not stuffed yet, and she's just sewing up the final side. So you got like a mama and a baby. So cute, right? So I'm sure she'll finish that one over the break and can throw that up on the tree. Be really beautiful to get that done. These are all just freehand. There's no pattern. You know, we searched up Pinterest and looking at felt ornaments and just kind of got an idea and then turned off our phones and just went to work. Of course, they end up being a little bit different when you go to work on them and you're not referring to something, but that's kind of the beauty of it, right? Okay, so my final one, and these are almost done. This is a set of 3 ornaments. It's called Sweet Christmas by Dimensions. It's something that I ended up stitching largely last year and then finishing early in this year, but I never fully finished the ornaments. So it's a set of 3. This is one that I had done for my middle child, Preston, because he is such a sweet tooth. So that one I had stitched for him, and I did my own cording, and then I don't know if you can see that okay. I added some like gold thread and stuff throughout there for the back stitching. Then this one here I've done for Kingston, my youngest. He is definitely a homebody for sure, and so I thought that that would be a good fit for him. I made a little tassel finish on this one here. And on the back side, I just added the 2024 ornament, or little jewel there. And then my last one is for my daughter, who she loves a good cup of tea, and this one's not finished quite yet. Because I do mine, you can see how I've cut that out there. I like it cut more specifically, I guess, closer than, you know, when you look at the model, they just kind of go around, and that would make finishing a whole lot easier, but and quicker, but I do prefer this look. So I have made more cording already, and I'm just embroidering her name on the back of the felt, and then I'll go ahead and assemble that one today, and it'll be done. So the kids will have their ornaments for this year. To make the cording, I just thought I would show you this. This is what I use. It's from Yarn Tree, and it's called Twister, and it's just like you can also make cording by hand, but this makes cording in all of maybe 30 seconds. You're able to do different plies, you could do different lengths, whatever you like. So it's quite easy to use, and I can't tell you where I bought this because I bought this many, many years ago. I use it maybe once a year, not a lot, but you know, it's enough that it's convenient to have, and it's rather inexpensive. So that's all I have for you. I hope you guys really enjoyed this series. I'm sad to see it go. I think next year I definitely will go ahead and do this series again. I really enjoyed having some sort of like Advent prompt for you guys, where I can just kind of share, and you know, these are Advent prompts or similar to prompts that we would do at home with our children. So I'm enjoying kind of spreading that joy with you guys, and I hope that you guys are ready for Christmas. I really hope over the next day you can take out just a little pocket of time for yourself where you can sit down and stitch by the tree. And if you can't, perhaps maybe Boxing Day or that last, week before New Year's Eve, just to really be able to sit back, try and, be stress-free now that the holidays are coming to a head here. Just have a little moment where you can really enjoy your stitching and the festive atmosphere that you've been able to create in your home. Thank you so much. You guys are all amazing. Merry Christmas. Bye for now.